Hey, Matthew. Given the nature of concussions and stuff, can you just walk us through what happened on that play and how you were feeling? And we know that you've been cleared from the protocol, but just what happened on that play and how are you feeling?
I feel okay. Just held the ball too long. But doctors did their job and I cleared, so I'm good.
Do you feel any kind of symptoms
Nope.
from? Okay. And I'm curious about your week, what your week was like. Some of the guys have alluded to the things you were doing away from the team via Zoom and everything else to stay sharp. But what were you doing virtually and maybe physically, working out, throwing the football, whatever, to stay sharp for this game?
Yeah. Mentally, obviously, just trying to be in every meeting I could be. Our video department and coaches did an awesome job of, making sure I was able to get into all those and be a part of it. Obviously, Chase and David did an outstanding job, um, preparing the guys. They were the guys out there at practice, getting the reps, and they did a nice job. And then I was just trying to do my part to make sure I was mentally and physically ready to go.
How are you physically working out? I mean, like, were you throwing the football to humans, or I mean, what were you doing to
I
stay
was
sharp?
doing what I needed to do.
All right.
Just trying to make sure that I was ready to come, and play well.
And just one quick last one from me. The two interceptions there kind of were a backbreaker. I
Yeah.
mean, is that a rust thing? Did you just make mistakes there? What happened there?
Yeah. No, just mistakes. I felt like I was playing at a pretty good clip there for a little bit. Obviously, some throws I'd want back of it. The two interceptions were bad decisions. Um, Really, the first one, bad decision. The second one, just poor throw. Got to throw it probably a little bit higher. 54 is a really good cover backer in this league. He had his back turned to me. Thought I could sneak it by him, and he turned right as I kind of released the ball. So, obviously, wish I just would have sailed that one out of the back and at least let us get three there. I think we moved the ball well in between the 20s. We just didn't come away with enough points, and that's the name of the game.
Thank you, Matthew.
Justin?
Hey, Matthew, just first of all, how's your daughter doing?
She's doing okay. Appreciate you asking.
Good. Hey, you completed 16 straight throws there after the initial incompletion on the deep ball. A lot of short stuff, and I'm just wondering if that was by design with the way the week worked, or was that just something maybe you were getting from the Vikings?
No, we were calling, plays down the field. They were just playing a bunch of too high coverage, ultra deep. All the backers were extremely deep as well. Anytime we went play action, they were turning and running. So I was just trying to take what they were giving me, and that was the underneath stuff at the moment. They did a nice job of kind of playing a little bit of bend, don't break. And, obviously did a great job in the red zone, and that's what got us.
And I think we all kind of understood Kenny wasn't going to be available pretty much from the start of the week. How did you find that the offense operated without him, with Quintez and Marvin filling in a lot of those reps?
Yeah, I think a lot of those guys did a nice job. 87's a young guy. It's all new for him, but he's doing a nice job when he's getting his opportunities. MH has, been around, and so he understands what it's like to go out there and play. And then obviously, Marv is the guy I've played a bunch of football with. So I felt comfortable out there today. I just didn't play well enough.
Thank you, Matthew.
Yep.
Mike Rostian?
Hey, Matthew, glad to hear Hunter's okay. CBS reported before the game that you actually were on your way home and that you basically told Bob Quinn that, listen, we don't have anybody to take care of our kid, like our kids. You have to find something else to do. First of all, can you walk us through that a little bit? And is that accurate?
I'm not going to walk you through it. It's a long story. But, yeah, I was on my way home.
And just, I mean, I know you walked a little bit about the week in general. Was there a point where you thought you wouldn't be able, besides obviously when you were heading home, that you would not play this week?
That was probably the closest it got. And obviously it just depended on if I continued to test negative. But the plan, early on in the week was if I continue to test negative, that I'll be able to, show up on Saturday night and do all the meetings virtually and all that kind of stuff, and then play. So the week was obviously a different one, a little bit of a stressful one, but no excuse, got to come out and play better.
And the last thing I got for you is where have you seen improvement in this team from week one?
Week one, that's taking me back. I think every week is a new challenge. You don't sit there and I always say it, just because we play good one week doesn't mean you're just going to roll the ball out there and play well the next week. You got to prove it every week and every day in practice. And obviously, our record isn't what we want it to be at this moment. There's a lot of football left and a lot of games left, but we just got to prepare better and then come out there on Sundays and play better.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Matthew.
Dave?
Hey, Matthew, just to follow up on Mike's question about heading home, was that when you were here already, or was that back when you were in quarantine back home that you were about to head home for
Oh,
Hunter?
that was when I was
Last
back
night.
Yeah.
Okay, back in Michigan. And were you staying in a hotel? Is that what was going on in Michigan? I mean, to isolate back there?
Yeah, I think I still am.
All right. Do you have to stay in isolation going forward? For how long?
That I don't know the answer to. I wish I did.
Yeah. How long do you have to? How did you get here? Can you walk us through that story too? I mean, you took a private plane, or what'd you do to get here exactly?
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it. Saturday, can't play with the team and can't be around them, so flew private here. Luckily, we're staying right by the airport, so got to the hotel. They had food dropped off in my room, and I ate, and then woke up this morning at 5 and took a couple COVID tests. Was negative, and then they cleared me to play.
Kelly shared a little bit of this on Instagram. I don't know. You seem a little frustrated by this whole process. This is your second time in the protocol. Can you how much is this wearing on you? Just this whole situation of everything that's, that you have to go through to play this year, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it. It's not something that, I take lightly. I understand it's a pandemic and people's health and safety are at risk. And I would feel terrible if I brought that in and infected a bunch of teammates or coaches or whatever it is. So I understand it. Doesn't make it easy, but everybody in the league's doing it. I just hate being away from my family. Finish a practice, finish a game, go hug my daughters, hug my wife. That's what sometimes makes it worth it for me, and not being able to see them and hang with them has been really tough. But there's other people dealing with the same kind of stuff I am. But that's just the hard part for me.
You get to fly home with the team now. You just have to stay separate from family for the time being. I
believe I can fly home, but I hope. Otherwise, I'm hitching a ride with one of you guys. No, I can fly home, I believe, and then I don't believe I'm allowed to go see him. So
I got the upgrade at the Marriott if you do have to stay. So last thing, and I apologize because we just, this is all new to us too, so we're just trying to figure out some of those questions. But just the football one, if you answer this, I'm sorry I missed the start of it. The interceptions today. Can you just, I don't know, not see the first guy? What happened on those plays?
Yeah, obviously a mistake on the first one. Probably should have gotten the ball out a little bit earlier to a guy, on the front side of that rather than getting all the way back through to Hawk. 50 did a nice job of just kind of sitting in the window. And obviously I didn't see him there, otherwise would not have thrown it. But can't just trust that he's not there. And then the second one, I just got to throw that ball higher. 54 is a good cover player, and he did a nice job. Turned his head at the last second. When I cut it loose, he wasn't looking at me and thought I could sneak it by him. And obviously he turned around and made a good play.
Thank you.
Okay, one more real quick. John Hammond.
Hey, Matthew, I'm glad to hear that Honey's doing well. It's going to sound strange, but just kind of on a human level, how do you each week with the things that go on with the team and the losing and the COVID and all of this, I mean, it's a lot of extraneous stress, and you're a dad and you're a guy and beyond football. How much, to follow up on Dave's point, does it weigh on you, just the balance, the pros and cons of playing and going out there and risking health and things like that?
It weighs on me. I got a lot more grays in my beard now than I used to, but that might just be age too. But no, I love playing this game. This year has been difficult for everybody. Everybody in the league, everybody around the world. This is a really unique situation and a really tough one. I'm one of the people that's lucky enough to get to do their job. As tough as it is, there's a lot of people out there that don't have a job anymore because of this stuff. So, I feel blessed to be able to do what I do. Doesn't make it easy, you know, and it's not easy for any of us on this Zoom or anywhere. So I understand that. But yeah, I mean, I've got great support. I got great support from, you know, my wife and family and kids and everybody. So, you know, it makes it easy. Obviously not seeing them is tough. But there's a lot of people not seeing their kids for a lot of different reasons. So just got to, you know, continue to push forward and try and be better.
Great. Thanks, Matthew.